so many people doubt themselves when really like all you have to do is be willing to just like take a chance and see what happens.
Hey Tristan, welcome back. This month, make it super easy. Started doing what we're doing.
I'm sure you can relate to this. Like, you know, you have the same audiences that I have, and there's always someone in every audience that says, I'm boring. Because I say the same thing. We talk about pillars of content, your superpowers, and same thing. Yeah. And somebody says, I don't have 5, I'm boring. And I said, wrong. Actually, your lifestyle, which I can predict it. You get up, you get kids ready for school, you get them off to school, you go to work, you come home, you get kids ready, do her homework, you get your kids dinner, you go spend a few hours to yourself, then you go to bed. That's normal. That's what most normal people do. And you can actually build content around that normalcy, but people don't see it that way. They look at it like, if I don't have glitz and glamour and a Porsche and a Ferrari and a mansion and a beach, no one's going to watch. And it's just all wrong.
Well, people work with people they like, right? And they want to know they have something in common with you. They want to know you're relatable. I actually have an agent on my team who her Instagram is unbelievably stunning. It is so incredibly gorgeous. Like it looks like every post looks like she walked off a magazine. And I told her, I said, that's so beautiful. And how many referrals do you get from it? You know, and so we've talked about how she can be more relatable and more, you know, warm, because she has the most lovely, incredible, genuine personality, but you don't get to see that because everything's perfect. And so she started to open up and stuff, and it's really cool the impact that it has. And I'm confident it's going to continue to have in her business. And I coach people all the time that are like, I'm boring. I don't have the life you have. And I'm like, listen, and she's like, you know, I purposely moved out to the sticks to be kind of, you know, out in the middle of nowhere. And I said, well, what do you do? Like, what does your wake up look like? She goes, I wake up and I like look for birds or I watch chipmunks. And I'm like, great. Tomorrow morning, I want you to go live on your page and I want you to show everybody what your morning view looks like and then ask them what theirs is, because I guarantee you that peace and solitude that you experience every morning, somebody sitting in an office is going to be so jealous of, and you're going to give them a taste into your world. And it's like that. It's just so many people doubt themselves when really like all you have to do is be willing to just like take a chance and see what happens.
I love that. I love that. So as you figured this out for yourself and you went down this journey, you know, it started with your authenticity. It started with you being honest with your audience and stop faking it and not lying to them, but not sharing with them the details of what's going on in your life because you thought it would cost you business. Then you started to do that. How did that progression look? What are the next steps? So somebody first mentally get out of your own way. You're not boring, or your boring is actually relatable. So share more of it. Share that, what you consider boring in the morning. Give them a backstage pass. That's the way I describe it, because that's what people want. So what's the next step though, once they've gotten past that?
So, you know, I'll kind of walk you through the model a little bit of like what I do, because I feel like, you know, the first thing you do is you figure out what you're going to talk about. Then the next thing that like something I always think about is like understanding what the algorithm actually is. Cause you hear this like big sexy word thrown around, like the algorithm. What does it actually mean? Like, so first thing I do is I break it down. The algorithm is simply put, it's your impact and your influence you have on social. It's the eyes that are on your content, and whatever you're looking at, the platform is going to give you more of that, because their goal is to keep you on it as long as they possibly can. And I like to break down the algorithm even further by thinking of it as like a tool. So say that I'm on Facebook or Instagram, right? I can comment on something, I can like something, I can go live, I can upload a video, I can send a direct message, I can send an audio message, right? I just named like 6 or 7 different things. Every one of those things is a tool. And the more tools you use on social, the more eyes you're going to get on your content. And reality is the current algorithm majorly limits how many people you're seeing. You know, people tell you it's like anywhere from like 7 to 12% of your friends are actually seeing what you're doing. And it's obvious, because when you go on social, you see the same people, you see the same stories, you see the same highlights. But if you actually look at how many friends you have on social, you're hitting like such a small percentage. The max you can get right now is like 42%. 42% of your friends can see what you're doing. So how do you actually get in front of them? Because when you truly decide to focus on social and build a business, you're going to be really intentional about what you're posting, the content you're grabbing. You deserve for people to see it, right? And the rule is like, if you can't see them, they can't see you. And so the first thing I did is I decided that I was going to get really intentional on when I posted. I was going to treat my social media just like a business and be proactive. I also believe in prepping. So I use an app called Google Keep. And with that, I will have my next like 5 or 6 posts ready to go ahead of time. So what that actually means is I'm proactively looking at my calendar to see where I have opportunities to capture content.